Hey everybody, this is just a short vlog letting you know what I'm up to today. And yeah, I'm just doing like some prepping, mainly doing some shirts and clothes today. And I got a few little piles here that I'm working on. And I'm just going to go through them real quick and show you what I got. These were some of these I actually have in other hauls. So sorry if you're seeing them twice, but yeah, I just want to, kind of show what I've been prepping. I've been basically ironing all these, and yeah, so I'm about to try and list at least a few of them, probably a lot more tomorrow, but I just wanted to have them ready. Not really doing too much garage selling this weekend or at all. I stopped in Goodwill today for a minute to see if their Halloween stuff was up, and of course it was not. And so they had all their racks up with nothing on them, and I asked them if they were going to have it today, and they said, oh yeah, we're going to have it, today at some time. So they did tell me today. I was hoping they'd have it on there like last night, so it would, I'd be like the first one looking at it, but I think I might go check back at a little later and see what they got, because sometimes they'll have like decent clothes or vintage clothes along with the Halloween costumes. It won't be strictly costumes. So I might, if I go later on, I might film and see what they got. Anyway, on to the first thing here. This is a vintage Adidas Made in America shirt. And the only thing, this is a medium, it says, although it seems very large. It's got the trefoil on here, and it says the mark with the 3 stripes, the brand with the 3 stripes. And on the back, now I did iron all these, but the more I mess with them, I guess, the more they're going to come back. I don't know. And you're seeing that backwards because it is backwards on the other side. So I thought that was neat. Only thing I saw wrong with it is there's some cracking here on the graphic itself. And here there is, I don't know if I'll be able to see it because it was such a tiny hole. I was so mad when I saw it though. But yeah, I've now got to let people know there's a hole. There is a hole. Yeah, I see it right here. Right there. It's so little. And you probably wouldn't be able to even notice it, but I know if I do sell it, someone's going to notice it. And I wouldn't feel good about not telling people about that anyway. Onto the Tommy for Your Mommy shirt. This is a nice vintage spell out shirt. If you have stuff like this, you might want to put spell out in the subject. It's the Tommy flag. It is 100% vintage. If you see this tag, that does mean it's vintage, usually 90s. Made in the USA, which is another clear, that's an obvious thing you can look for. Sometimes you can look for double stitch, or you could look for single stitch and see if it's vintage. This is double stitch, but there were double stitch shirts back in the day. So the rule is, I learned this from another YouTuber, that all single stitch is vintage, but not all double stitch is current. So I think that's how it goes. Now this does have some spotting on it. I got both of these shirts and a NWA wrestling shirt out of like a dingy box. I don't think they thought these clothes were like the good clothes. There's some staining around the collar. I will disclose that. I think they were kind of thinking like these were like the clothes that were just old and almost like rags. And, oh, I'm seeing something else here, I think. Yeah, a little stain right there. I did wash these because they came out, like I said, a nasty box. I smelled them. They were pretty gross, but I knew, like, these are kind of good for like streetwear buyers. So if they can look past those, and the price I'm going to put on, I'm just going to start maybe with around $25 for each of them and just see how that goes. And then I have sales pretty often on my store, so they'll probably go on sale at some point. Next is this Harley Davidson shirt. Okay, let's see if I can get this out. And I have ironed this twice. It keeps wrinkling so badly. What material is this? Made in Hawaii. Yeah, I don't see what material, unless it's like on another tag inside somewhere. But yeah, this is a Tory Richard Hawaiian shirt made in Hawaii. And I'm going to also put this one at $25. There's no flaws with it as far as I'm aware of. And I got this for $2 at a half off. It was a half off Goodwill day. And normally these would be $4. But this has a lot of keywords in it. See how wrinkled? It's just, I can't wait to just list this and put it in a bag and forget about it. Because any other wrinkle, I mean, they can deal with the wrinkles once it gets there. But yeah, it's just frustrating. This is like a little cabin on a motorcycle. That seems like a dream. There's also these little pinups on motorcycles. And so I will put in the keywords like pinup, I will put motorcycle, of course, Harley Davidson, and I like how it says somewhere on here, made in USA, I believe. Harley Davidson. Yeah, so a neat shirt, and especially for $2, I can definitely get more than $2 for it. Now this isn't like the Disney Hawaiian shirts where you can sell it for like $40, $50. It is a nice size, so I'm going to try for $25, and it's a little past its season. I've had it for a while. I love picking up shirts. I don't love listing them, so sometimes shirts tend to sit a little while. This is also another vintage shirt. It is from Smithsonian, and it was made in Mexico of U.S. fabric, and it's a large. And usually what that means is, like, if I just saw that and I didn't have a date on here, I would probably guess that it's late 90s or mid 90s, but it does have a date on here, which I think this is really cool. 1987, Cotton Expressions. And I'm going to take that at his word, because this isn't like a graphic where it's like copyrighted, 1932 or something. This is probably the actual year this was made, because it has some other company on it. Anyway, this is a really cool astronomy shirt, and if you look at this close, it's actually backwards. And that's so if you're wearing the shirt, there's the top, you can actually look down at the shirt and match up the the stars. And let's see, what does it have on the bottom? Washington, D.C. There is nothing on the back. So yeah, I had this all folded. But yeah, this is a really cool shirt, and I am going to put this on eBay and Etsy, because I know there's some nerdy astrology people. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. I think this is a super cool shirt. I probably would have gotten it anyway if it was a little smaller. But yeah, I love it. And I've seen other ones, so this isn't like super, super rare. But I'm going to try and put this up for $20 and see what happens. Okay. Next one, nothing real exciting here. I didn't even know what it was, but I went thrifting in Texas. fairly recently, and I saw this at a Houston thrift store, and I was like, huh, what is this? And it's a weeping angel with like a hat on there, and I looked at the back, and I saw it's Jack White. So Jack White is one of the white stripes. I actually like the white stripes a lot. I haven't heard too much of Jack White stuff, and apparently this is off of his album Weeping Angel. The tag is kind of crappy. There is no size anymore. I'm guessing that this is a small. This looks like a women's small to me. That's just, I don't know. It's not tiny. It might even be a medium, but I don't know. This isn't something I'd pick up again because there's no size on it, and I'll have to kind of explain that in the listing, which is going to take up more time. I've had this shirt quite a while because I didn't want to put it up, but now I just need to get to it since Q4 is here. Next is this Mastodon shirt. I thought this was super cool. The album that this is from, sorry, I wish this was, could have gotten stuff better. Okay. Crack the Sky album. I don't know anything from this band. I do know that they have a cult following. They are metal, maybe even metal progressive. And yeah, really cool. And what's even better, so I did see some shirts that are from this album, but what makes this special is that there's tour dates. And anytime there's tour dates, makes it that much better. And you can kind of place this. I don't remember what year this is, but I want to say it was like 2012. I wish they would put like the actual year, but I guess these band, whoever puts these out doesn't really think of that. Anyway, so yeah, definitely not vintage, but I think this is a good size, a large. Yeah. So I'm going to put that on hopefully today or tomorrow, and I'm going to start at 2025, which is what start most of these shirts at. And then here's just a few weird things I'm going to try to put on today or tomorrow. This is a Starbucks apron that I have. I've actually had this quite a while, and I did have it listed. However, I had it listed with another Starbucks apron, which I probably shouldn't have done. And a person came along and only wanted the other one, which was the more rare one. So I'm going to stick this on for like $10 plus the shipping. It does have my brother-in-law's name, which is also my husband's name. But, yeah, and because it's Halloween season, someone may want this for a costume. Maybe they want to be like a bloody barista. That would be fun. And this is super cool. These are actually a fitted sheet. I don't know what this is. Fitted sheet and a regular sheet, full, twin size. But, so I saw these at a Goodwill. It was a half-off day. It wasn't even the beginning of the half-off day. It was like, maybe like 11 a.m. And I just saw these on a hanger, like on an end cap. And I saw Mattel 1983. And at first, when I saw like all the planets and stuff, I was like, oh my god, this could be Star Wars. Then I picked it up, and it wasn't Star Wars. Those would have made me some really good money. I don't remember this character's name. Okay, let me find you. Should be able to recognize this guy, Skeletor there. And this guy, where is he at? He-Man. So this is a 1983 Masters of the Universe twin bedding set. Now, I think it originally did come with a pillowcase. So that is missing. But I think, so what people do with these a lot of times is they'll buy them, still got a tag on there. I gotta cut that off. They'll buy them and they will like make things with them. This is the fitted sheet. And yeah, they'll make dresses with them. They'll make dice bags sometimes, things like that. And so yeah, these were $2. So I cannot believe I got them for that cheap on a half off day, and they were just sitting there. So cool. I mean, this is probably I think this is the only score from that day, but still pretty good. I'm gonna start these at 50. I may not get 50 because even though these are fairly rare, I mean, you're not gonna find them every day, but some of these just don't go for all that much. Maybe if there was a movie coming out, it might get me a little bit more money, but I'm gonna try to sell these for between 40 and 50. And I think there's only a couple more things. Hang in there. I had these overalls in another haul maybe a few weeks back, and it had this cool chicken and a fall harvest like cart or wheelbarrow, whatever that is, and I think these would look awesome on a scarecrow. So I'm going to try to put these up. I'm going to try to put them up for like 80, and I'll probably be working on these tomorrow just because they're so big and they're like a huge size. Let's see if we can look at the size here. Carhartt 40 by 34. That seems big to me. Maybe it's not. I don't know men's sizes as well, but that seems pretty large. And then next to last, we've got this little purse here. I thought this would make a good purse for someone going to the Renaissance Festival. It's not actually real leather, unfortunately, but it feels super soft like it. I mean, it definitely fooled me. I'm no leather expert, but when I felt it, I was like, oh my god, this is definitely real leather. And then I looked inside to see if there's any tags. It's basically no brand, but it said like polyester or whatever this is. So I'm going to try to sell that for probably around $15, $20. And I think I only paid maybe, I'm going to say 50 cents for it. Not very much. Last thing I'm going to try to put up here is this boho purse. It is the sack. I think it says here. Sack Roots, and that is a subsidiary of the Sack. It's like they're more like they'll hire artists out and they'll make bag designs. Really cool, really pretty bag design. The designer is actually here. I think her name is Jillian Jordan, something like that. Only thing is there's a slight stain like right there, and I don't really know if I want to bother with that. There's a sack right there. So, I think I'm just going to list it as is and list it for maybe between 20 and 30. And that looks like it for today. Those are just the things I'm trying to put on. I'm really trying to ramp up for Q4, and I just have too many things right now, so I'm trying to, not go garage selling, because every time I go garage selling, I just bring home an armload of stuff, and I've just got to get that stuff organized, so I'm just trying to focus on getting my listings up. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little listing prep here, and yeah, so just have fun for Q4 if you're a reseller. Hope you're getting your listings up, and try not to stress out too much, and have a great day. Bye.